Listen up, I'm Brian Bond.
Amanda.
This is Take Me Out Food Reviews. Today I'm pretty excited because we are reviewing a premium item. Like this was $14.50, and it's frozen Tokyo style Shoyu Ramen with chicken. It contains 6 bowls. It's ready in minutes, and it's basically $2 a bowl. A little over $2 a bowl because $14.50 for 6 of them. So, ooh, it looks quality though.
And it's not like your traditional beef or chicken based broth. This is just like a soy sauce based broth. So don't expect, that creamy look of the actual another type of ramen soup base.
This isn't your macchiato creamy chicken. This is I say right away, this is good. I expected it to be saltier given that it's full of salt, but yeah, and it's got whole big old whole red peppers.
Chunks of chicken in it.
Mm-hmm. And the noodles hold pretty dang well. The big advantage this has over most ramens we have is it's frozen. So they can have real chicken, non-dehydrated veggies and stuff like that. So it is a cut above. And the chicken is tender. Now, is it a fantastic deal in general? I would say over $2 a unit puts it in the it is not a bargain basement deal. And for ramens, this is about as expensive as it gets. Before you go to actual restaurants.
So it's for store bought, yeah.
Yeah. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not super expensive either. We essentially paid $5 for a meal for 2. And it's got thick. These noodles are thick. They're so thick they clap together when they walk. The last ramen we had that claimed to be a premium restaurant quality product, we laughed at. They didn't make such a claim. Let's see, what is their marketing for this?
It's on the side.
Let's see. Firmly rooted in Japanese cuisine and with specialized shop linings, the streets of Tokyo Ramen is a meal crafted in its own unique spirit. Masters of ramen sourced the freshest ingredients to conjure their broth slowly bubbled for hours and craft seasoning with a touch of soy sauce, hand-rolled noodles, and a massaged and cut, portioned, and plunged into boiling water until bouncy chew is achieved. What has taken years to perfect from Tokyo-style ramen and chicken is crafted with a master's touch and delivered to you with every bit of flavor and freshness preserved. Taste the spirit of Tokyo-style ramen and experience the taste of Japan. Cool. So they sell it up, but they don't make any wild and crazy claims
like this is the best ramen ever,
And their noodles do have chew to it. Now, do I believe these are handcrafted noodles?
No.
No, these are machine processed. If they aren't, feel free to correct me.
Maybe the store in Tokyo does it handcrafted, but I don't believe over here it's handcrafted.
The noodles are way too uniform to be the hand stuff, unless unless they have a definition of handcrafted that I'm not thinking of.
I will say though, the cooking instructions for this yes, it's done through microwave, but I will say cooking it in order to get the actual cooked temperature of this, you're gonna need to leave it in for about 30 seconds to a minute longer. So instead of like your 4 minutes, you need to leave it in for like 4 minutes and 30 seconds to 5 minutes to get that actual cooked temperature that you want.
And what wattage is our microwave? We have a pretty standard microwave.
Yeah, it's just a standard microwave.
So I'm not sure the wattage on ours, but it cooking times vary is what I got. It is how we'll wrap that up.
Yeah, cooking times vary because you want to get it at the 165. So
yeah, it is the chicken. That's one thing too. Like you want to cook this thoroughly because it is it is advised on the box for good reason, and that reason is the chicken. Yeah, overall, I quite like this. Would you have this again?
I would say like just going through the store and just seeing this constantly in the freezer at Costco. I'm just like, I want it. But it's just like, no, don't eat it right now. Don't eat it right now. We got other Asian foods at home we need to eat. I just finally grabbed it.
Yep. So this is really strong. The reason I've been delaying on it because I've been trying to think of what number on the scale of 1 to 10 do I want to give this. Obviously, I want to have it again, so it's above a 5. I like it. I recommend it. So it's by default over a 5. Is it quite a 10 though? Yeah, the chicken and the noodles are a great highlight. The sauce and broth is amazing. What keeps it from being a pure 10 in my book is the veggies. It's a very mixed veggie taste.
Yeah.
Like great value. Nothing wrong with them, but I would say that's what takes it down to a 9 for me. This is a 9 out of 10. It's yummy, but I would much prefer stir-fried variety vegetables rather than what this tastes like, which is mixed veggies.
Yeah.
The best veggie in it is the red peppers for sure, but I don't think that saves it from like this basic corn and this basic carrots. And it doesn't have nearly enough green onion in my book.
Yeah.
But that's nitpicking. That's the difference between a 9 and a 10. If it had better veggies, it would be a 10. No, what are your thoughts, dear? Dang, you hoovered down those noodles.
I was hungry. Wow. Excuse me. I guess that's what I get for eating fast. For me, oh, there's napkins. For me, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, but for a little bit of the same reason, but also for a little bit of a different reason than what Brian gave. It's your basic soy sauce broth. So like, the flavor's there, but you can always add in a little extra soy sauce if you want to.
Yeah, it has some recommendations for that too, if you'd like to read those.
Add some soy sauce, black pepper, or soft-boiled egg to customize your ramen. Pair with fried rice and gyoza to complete your authentic meal. Okay, well, apparently I added something that can be added. Like I said, like, it's your soy sauce broth. Like, the flavor's there, but definitely, for me personally, I wanted to add another thing of soy sauce. What brings it down for What brings it down to a 9 for me is mainly due to the red pepper and the little green onions. For me, the red pepper was just a little too soft for my taste in what I would like to be in ramen, because like the corn was fine for me, not the greatest, but it was fine for me. The carrots I actually liked because it was a little more on the crunchier side, which is kind of where I kind of would like the red peppers to be instead of a little on the softer side, which is what they were in.
Hmm? Yes.
So I think that's probably a preference, but for me, like, the red peppers just really didn't hold up to a crunch that well. And I know it's not the chicken's fault, but there was like 1 or 2 pieces of chicken so far that I've had that were just kind of like on the dry side. But when you open it up, literally the chicken is the first thing on the top, and chicken is also the last thing that goes into the broth when cooking. So I can see that being an issue, but it's a 9 out of 10 because it is definitely above the other ramens we've had on this channel.
Yeah. How I think you could bring it up to a 10 out of 10 is obviously follow the recommendations. Add, it needs some pepper for sure, and a little bit of soy sauce. Throwing an egg in there too is fine, but I can take or leave eggs. I think simply, we always follow the manufacturer's instructions for cooking when we're reviewing, because it's not fair to cook it a different way and then give it a bad review because of the cooking method. This is definitely one I would recommend cooking stove top, and cooking the chicken, cooking the chicken and vegetables in a frying pan, and then cooking the cooking the noodles in just hot water. It would come out way better that way, in my opinion. So that would bring it up to a 10. But rules as written, following its instructions, the microwave can kind of do what microwaves do to chicken and veggies, which is soften them up and dry them out. So overall, great product. I give it a 9 out of 10. That's probably the best ramen we've had on the show so far. And that's because of it being frozen and having the advantage of everything being fresh tasting. Any final words, dear? Alright, that's a thumbs up from me too. I'm Brian Pond.
Bro.
And this has been Take Me Out Food Reviews. See y'all next time. Bye.
Woo!